Thank you, Madam Chair. Broockman, Texas. Balanced budgets may save us dollars, but do they make sense? While I'm as concerned with our nation's deficit as anyone, the deficit and unbalanced budget are symptoms of the problem, not the cause in and of themselves. This proposal does not address the causes of wasteful spending, pork barrels, special interests, and corruption. I would be the first to stand in favor of a proposal that sought to curtail spending in this way to reduce the national debt and that provided specifics. However, the proposal before us today is a hasty and dangerous plan that would tie the hands of Congress to stimulate the American economy. Deficit spending is necessary during times of economic trouble as much as when our troops are in trouble. The government's ability to encourage economic growth through fiscal policy is immense. Take a $1 billion project to, say, build a new set of fighter planes. That $1 billion is first sent to Boeing, which will hire new workers and order parts from companies that will also hire new workers, who will then in turn go out and buy more groceries, big screen TVs, or yachts. This ripple effect is what economists call the multiplier effect, that every dollar of federal investment actually puts approximately 5 times more money into the economy depending on conditions. If a balanced budget is in effect, however, that multiplier is always 1. So, in order to achieve the same amount of growth, this proposal actually requires that the government spend 5 times more money, and thus really does not restrict spending in reality at all. Furthermore, I would like to point out that this proposal fails to adequately enforce the idea of balanced budgets in the first place. With the President and Congress in agreement that we are in a war with no foreseeable end, I fail to see how this proposal truly has teeth, as the Congress will always authorize themselves to spend 5% more than they make. Even if this proposal did work, however, consider how our ancestors of the 1940s would react to it. Our ancestors who witnessed the greatest economic collapse in American history, only to see it reversed by the deficit spending of FDR's New Deal and World War II. Do not think for a moment that our nation today is any less vulnerable to a sudden collapse, especially with the prospect of international terror only just beginning to present itself. The myth of American invincibility is just that, a myth. And I would caution all present to remember the adage, better safe than sorry. In closing, while in our current time of unprecedented economic prosperity, it may be tempting to take this rash step. History and logic both teach us that it is always better to keep one's options open. Just like you take out a mortgage to build a home, your family's future, so too does our nation sometimes need a budget deficit to finance America's future. America's future may be bright now, but don't let the light go out. A balanced budget amendment, it doesn't make dollars and it doesn't make sense. Thank you. I yield the rest of my time to the chair.
Thank you, Speaker. We're now on line for